up, guys? Welcome to another episode of LocsNLoad Firearm Reviews. Alright, today's a little different video. We haven't had one of these done on the channel before, so I've honestly had this for a while now, and I should have done a video in the past, but procrastination is one of my weaknesses, and so here we are. Alright, so Locs, what are you talking about? What is it that in the 5+ years you've been doing this you've never had on your channel? Well, this is something, put it down a little, drum roll. So this is something, you know, I reached out to this company, and I think I reached out to them, they reached out to me, and we were talking about what civilians need for the future based on all the things we have seen in the past, you know, 2020, all the riots that went on from the George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, you know, the NFAC been out there, 3%, all these militias, all these things that were going on in the past few years. And so one of the things that we saw a lot of was protests, riots. And during those riots, there was a lot of people, mostly law enforcement, using some type of nerve agent, some type of gas, something to, you know, disperse the crowd or incapacitate people for them to have a better advantage over those people. And so you see the police officers, federal agents out there with gas masks. That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about gas masks today. This is an unboxing video. I'm not going to get too in depth because a lot of this stuff, I feel like you kind of need like a science degree, because a lot of these agents I can't even pronounce. But definitely, chemical agents, chemical warfare, CBRN, whatever you want to call it, is an increasing threat in today's world. Making chemical gases is easier than it was in the past. You can honestly go to like CVS and mix some chemicals together, and now you have a chemical weapon, right? Or you could just go to any kind of real, I don't want to say necessarily like a gun store or surplus store. You can get CS gas, tear gas. So anybody can use that stuff on you, or you yourself can use that on somebody else. So it becomes now thinking as forward-thinking civilians, thinking of the future and different scenarios, situations we could find ourselves in. It's very beneficial to have something that can defeat those elements that people are using more so nowadays versus in the past. Granted, they've used gas since World War I. That's really when we saw what nerve agents and chemical gases can do to the human body and do to a military force or a group of people. And since then, you know, we've seen innovations of gas masks throughout history. They've gotten better and better and better until now, where really in the past, gas masks was really just like a military law enforcement thing. Civilians never really needed it, or some people did, but it was a general knowledge that we don't need that. But nowadays, there's still a lot of people who say we don't need that, but there's a lot more people who say we do. And so, this is by Mira Safety. This is their CM-7M gas mask with their filter. I forgot what's the name of the filter. MBC77 filter. Alright, so I got the card here, and I got the box here. And so, as you can see, reading from the box, put it this way so you guys can see. I want you guys to read with me. If you can read, if you can't read, I'm sorry. Alright, so you see it's got a drinking system, so you can still hydrate yourself. It has this built-in speech diaphragm. So if you want to, because you know, talking through a mask is kind of hard to hear people. So basically what it is like a microphone on your gas mask, so you can project your voice. So when you say get on the ground, it's like get on the ground, you know, something like that. We didn't have those in the military. When I was in, we didn't have these fancy gas masks. Alright, dual recessed visor, a 5-point head harness, 2 filter ports, and rubber. Can't even pronounce that word, but rubber. Alright, and so what I'm gonna do is go through the stuff that we have here, and we're gonna assemble it together, try to put it on, and see what it looks like as a finished product. Alright, so where to start? So we'll start with the actual gas mask. This is the CM-7M gas mask. All right, and it says full modern face respirator developed for tactical, seaborne, and military applications. All right, it says proper use of this full face mask and deployed filter cartridge requires reading and understanding. Ooh, it says it requires reading. I know I lost half of y'all right there. All right, so like I said, the drinking system, integrated drinking system with a canteen included. Oh, so it comes with a canteen. Ooh. Also compatible with Camelback hydration systems. It says built-in speech diaphragm. It says high quality speech diaphragm. Enables verbal commands to be easily heard with or without the addition of a communication device. So, dual recessed visor. Alright, so this is important because when you look through your visor lens of the mask and then you look through the optic, it would distort your image. And so this dual recessed visor says made from durable glass. The two-piece visor offers a recessed binocular view. This helps prevent the strain while the contour above the inhalation valve allows for a closer cheek weld and using firearms and modern optics. So the problem with old gas masks is that when you try to get down behind the rifle, that gas mask would get in the way. I've done it before when I was in, and it does kind of get in the way. Being on a gas mask is a little awkward. I mean, if the actual visor itself is not very clean, it could be kind of hard to see your sights. All right, 5-point head harness provides comfort around the head so it doesn't slip off. It says Bromobile. I ain't even gonna say it. It says the face piece is made of a special type of rubber that is highly resistant to tick and CWA agents. The inner mask is made of special hypoallergenic, of a special compound, these words, bro, that ensures a tight seal and keeps exhaled air away from the visor, preventing fogging. So it keeps your visor clean. It doesn't let it get fogged up. Because I know when I was in, our mask would get fogged up. That shit would suck. You're sitting there in what, battle quarters, battle stations. I forgot what it's called. But we sit there in the little compartment. We had our flash gear on and the gas mask, and sit there and the thing's just fogging up, and you kind of have to pull it up to clear up your vision and put it back on. All right, so let's get into it. So these things have a 20-year shelf life. So this will expire in 2040. So we have our gas mask and we have our canteen and our instructions that you may or may not read. All right, so go ahead, open up our mask. All right, look at that, looking badass already. So this is our mask. I'm guessing this is our hydration valve right here. So you got this little pin in this hole, and so the valve will sit pinned to the mask like that. And I guess when you need to drink something, here you go, your canteen. So that's pretty sweet. Allows you, has a way for you to still stay hydrated, because if you haven't worn a gas mask, things get pretty hot down there pretty quick. And so staying hydrated is very important. So let me see if I can put this on. Probably have to adjust it. I don't think these were made for Rastafarians. Alright, so you got nice quick adjustment pull tabs right here. So all you do is grab this piece of plastic, pull back, and you can adjust your size. Just like that. And then you got the 5 points. 2 right here, 2 on the other side, and 1 at the top. And how does this look? Now I'm ready for chemical warfare. We got my rifle. empty. So what I want to see, what I want to see is how easy is it for me to shoulder this rifle wearing this gas mask. Whew. Not gonna lie, it does get pretty toasty down there, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm already sweating a little bit. And so, alright, I was able to actually shoulder the rifle, but I would say that you would have to place your filter at the right place, because if you're a righty, I would say put the filter on the left, because when you do, you have to tilt your head down a little bit lower to the side, more so than if you was not wearing a gas mask. So you are able to get a sight picture. It's not as easy, as not wearing a gas mask, but you still can get behind your rifle and get a sight picture. You might want to extend your stock out, so when you lift up the rifle, the optic will actually clear the mask and doesn't hit the mask. So that might be an option. And so what we're gonna do now is bring out this filter. And so you need a filter in order to complete your gas mask, because the gas mask itself will not just protect you from all the chemical agents. You need the filter. And here we go. The MBC-77 SOF. All right, so they was nice enough to send this card with a bunch of information on this here filter. So it says 110 millimeters in diameter, 85 millimeters in height. It has a 20-year storage time, factory sealed. I'm not gonna put all these, but as you can see on the camera, this is what it'll protect from. Here's more stats, of how long a filter will last, what it'll last through. It has breathing. So it was breathing resistance. So again, I'm not a scientist. I don't honestly know what all these numbers mean. But they did their research, and so they determined that, again, on the back, as you can see, there's all these chemicals. Put it up here. All these chemicals is what this filter will protect against. All right. So I'm not gonna read all these chemicals. I'm not gonna go. They even have like how do you measure, how long your filter will last in a certain situation. So I'm not gonna go through all this because, again, I'm not a scientist. I don't understand all that. It sounds like a foreign language to me. But it will protect from a lot of the normal gases that you will find yourself in: tear gas, riot gas, toxins, viruses, bacteria, vomiting agents, blistering agents, choking agents, blood agents, nerve agents, incapacitants, herbicides, pesticides, CS gas, VX gas, VR gas, VE gas, a whole bunch of other ones I can't even pronounce, sarin gas, hydrogen cyanide, chlorine, mustard gas. Like this literally, guys, if you get this, like this whole top part is literally telling you everything this mask will protect you against. And for most of us, we don't even know what that means. A lot of this stuff, like, we've honestly never heard of. We've heard some of the ones like tear gas, mustard gas, but some of these other ones we have not. And it's nice to know that Mira Safety has gone out and given us a wide range of protectants against these chemical agents over here. So I have my filter here, and so you're gonna screw the top, and if you look on the sides, you have 2 ports for your filter. Like I said, if you're a righty, I would say go on the left, so that way you have a better cheek weld on your rifle, when you go to shoulder on the right, and vice versa if you're lefty. So this is how it looks. That's better. And so, how do I look? I will say, putting on a gas mask, it's definitely an experience, especially if you've never actually worn one. Now, I wore one in the Navy and everything, so kind of used to them. But definitely, if you've never worn one, especially for a type of tactical application, shooting and whatnot, it's definitely a learning curve. It's definitely something if you want, which I recommend every civilian have at least one, per person in their house, one filter. At the very least, give yourself and your family that chemical level protected. So if somebody does decide to come in and use some type of nerve agent or chemical gas, you and your family will be protected, versus the other people who say you don't need that, no civilian needs that, and now all of a sudden civilians need that and they don't have it. Right? It's better to have and not need than to need and not have. Alright guys, so that was the Mira Safety gas mask, the CM-7M gas mask with the NBC 77 SOF filter. Now this is a combo, so you have to buy the mask and buy the filter. And so if you go to the Mira Safety website, you can get both of these items and have it all sent to your house in one package and have that level of protection. Especially if you're a prepper, or if you watch the channel and you're kind of like me and you're thinking of what I call foreign. Remember, I call foreign and domestic. Anything that can happen, whether it be foreign or domestic, whether that be the Red Dawn, the Russians are coming, or oh my God, the police killed an innocent black man and now there's riots and protests in the streets, and now we have no police force out here to protect us because she has just gone wild, right? This is gonna be something that's gonna give you an ace up the sleeve, right? So imagine if you're in your house is getting overran, bet you and your family deploy some gas, and you might be able to, thwart that attack, or give yourself time to exfil that area while they're dealing with that gas, because they don't have a gas mask, but you all do. So just a little box to check for you guys if you're into that stuff. Mira Safety, I want to give them a shout out for sending out that gas mask and filter. Like I said, I should have done that a while ago, but procrastination. But definitely guys, like I said, these masks have a 20-year shelf life. If you store them properly, if you leave it in your car in the hot Florida sun, day after day, week after week, month after month, it's not gonna last that long. But if you put it in your house, like in the box, in a nice cool area, you'll get your 20-year shelf life. All right. So again, this is granted, this isn't for everyone, but this is for those select few who are into this type of stuff, like me, who like kind of having not just 60,000 rifles, right? I want to have my select rifles. I want to have my plate carriers that's good to go, my rucksack that's good to go, my gas mask is good to go, my hydration system good to go, all those good to go before I start buying a whole bunch of just useless shit. So Mira Safety, again, thank you for sending this out. Guys, check them out if you're in the market looking for a modern gas mask that is designed, built, and suited for modern chemical agents, right? You go out and get that World War II gas mask because it's at the surplus store. It might not be able to handle the new chemical agents that's here on the market today. So definitely Mira Safety is top dog when it comes to these gas masks and chemical agents, and I recommend them. A lot of people recommend them, and so check them out if you're in the market as well. With that being said, if you're looking for a firearms class, I'm here in Jacksonville, Florida. I also do CCW certificates, and I can travel outside the city and state. I just need at least 6 people or more. If you're looking for firearms gear, guns, ammo, magazines, all that good stuff, Patreon page, link is in the description. Get down there, get there. It's $1 a month. You will never get a discounted or deals anywhere else except on this Patreon page. So with that being said, stay educated, stay dangerous. LocsNLoad out.